Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed all my trailers for the Wind Up Thomas Review Episode 2. So, last time I showed you my collection so far of the Wind Up series. Now, if you're wondering where Duncan is, sad news, I accidentally dropped Duncan on the floor, and he fell to the ground really hard, and his funnel came clean off. Kind of like how his whistle in Faulty whistles, but I think he ended up like Peter Sam with a broken funnel. So, I'm thinking of ordering another Duncan to replace my broken one. But some good things came out of it. I used the funnel for another train. And here's Duncan's chassis. So this is inspired by Capsule Thomas. I gave my wind-up diesel a motor like he did. And it worked. So that's pretty cool. Now this is actually masking tape and Gorilla Glue, the super glue of the Gorilla Glue. But anyways, let's get started. And let's start off with one of my favorite wind-ups I've got so far. Excellent Emily, the Emerald Engine. Yes, there is no one quite like Emily. She's friendly and she's emerald. Or she used to be, now she's sort of bossy. But let's look at Emily's model in the Capsule Playroom series. Now, originally, this is a metallic Emily, but with the normal colors. I painted her normal green like her wheels. Now, if I succeed in purchasing the officially painted Emily, then I will turn this back into a metallic Emily. So let me explain about her. She looks pretty accurate, only the chassis isn't what's accurate because she has the big drive wheel, but sorry. Then again, all of the trains have to have the same wind-up motor. Her tender is pretty nice. It looks exactly like the Emily tender. And she still works. Now, I didn't order Emily from Hides of 40. I got her from a different seller in Japan. And I got Spencer here from the same seller as Emily. So let's look at Spencer here. So, I think this is a pretty good model of Spencer. That face really captures her. And he kind of looks like the Season 7 version of Spencer with the bronze buffers and the light gray paint. I forgot to mention that Emily also has bronze buffers. If you don't know, in Season 7 she did have bronze buffers. But for some reason in Season 8, they changed her bronze buffers into silver buffers. That's kind of what they did to Spencer. They painted him silver and gave him silver buffers. If you can explain those changes, let me know in the comments below. But overall, I think Spencer looks pretty good. Now, there is one flaw that this Spencer has, and it's the wind-up motor mechanism. It may look normal at first when you run him, but when he slowly starts to run out of wind, his motor will stutter. That's kind of what Thomas has here. So yeah. But anyways, that's Spencer. I really think that this is a really nice representation of Spencer. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And here's something a little different from... this isn't from Japan. This is one of the US models. But this is Kate, the tank engine from Stories of Sodor. If you're wondering who Kate is, go watch Stories of Sodor. Here's my brand new lady, and this was my old lady. Now, what's weird about Kate is that her name on the side says Lady, but her name's actually Kate. But I think she looks pretty good. I also decided to make her a little shiny, so I painted her a metallic red, like Wesley, the boxcar. But anyways, I think she looks pretty cute. And she looks good with Lady. It's a very interesting comparison when you compare Lady and Kate together. And this is my second custom, the first one being D261. Let me know what you guys think about this custom Kate in the comments below. Moving right along, here is one of my absolute favorite customs, Peter Sam. Now I know what you're thinking, Carter, why would you make a custom Peter Sam when you can buy him from the Capsule Thomas series? It's true that you can buy Peter Sam, but he's very hard to find at the moment. If I find a Peter Sam, I will turn this into a different custom. And if you're wondering where I got the funnel from, the funnel was from my broken Duncan. I decided to put some use into it. I was originally going to give this Peter Sam a square funnel, but when I broke my Duncan when he fell on the floor, I thought, what the heck? I guess I'll give him the old funnel like he did in Season 4. And the face was hand-drawn by me. I can't tell if that's a good Peter Sam face, but maybe you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about this Peter Sam custom. For what it's worth, I think he's pretty good. This was made from Skarloey. Here he is. Now, I really do not know why Skarloey and Duncan's funnels are flimsy. They seem to break a lot. But maybe you guys can tell me. I would like to know, why are these funnels flimsy? Why do they break off? But anyways, I think Peter Sam is a pretty good representation right here. I had to tape the face on. It's not sticking on very well, but it's pretty good. I mean, this Peter Sam looks pretty close to the actual one. And the thing that I like most about Peter Sam, if you look on his windows, the way they're arranged, his back kind of looks like a bowling ball. That's pretty funny about Peter Sam. But that's all I gotta say about him. It will be nice when I make a wind-up Sir Handel and Smudger. Yeah, I have ordered some other stuff, but that'll have to wait another time. Some items came in the mail. And here is Stanley. Now, Stanley's kind of rare and hard to find. I can't tell why, but this is the 2009 version. Although I did see a Capsule Playroll Stanley in the Hurricane and Frankie set, but except he doesn't have a wind-up motor. Instead, he has a front coupling. That's the same as what the Sad Percy has. But let me explain about Stanley. So, I think this is a very good model of Stanley. He looks very accurate. And what I like is he's got the silver buffers and the gray running board. That's one detailed wind-up here. I can't tell why Thomas used to have a red running board. I painted it white. Anyways. Stanley looks pretty good. I'm happy that I got Stanley like Leo Kim Video and Trains Extremes did. But my Stanley here has the side rods. Yeah, this is a Japanese version of Stanley. The Australian wind-ups don't have side rods added to them. And Henry doesn't have a wind-up motor. But anyways, let's move on. We're at the 8-minute mark. And here is the flatbed that Stanley came with. This flatbed's just pretty generic, but what I like about it is that you got like these little paint buckets. There's a red bucket and a yellow bucket. And they fit nicely onto this flatbed. So that's my second piece of rolling stock, the first one being this troublesome truck. Anyways, this is just generic flatbed. There's nothing special about it. It's just a piece of rolling stock. But hey, you can't go wrong with rolling stock. It's always good to have spare rolling stock, because then you can make a goods train for your wind-ups to pull, if they have the strength. Last but not least is Victoria, the Blue Express coach that Albert carries. Now, I'm not sure if you can see clearly on camera, but she actually does have the drawn face. You can see the eyeballs, though. If the camera will focus, you can look at her face. Victoria, I think she looks pretty good. This is a very nice model of Victoria. This was made from my only wind-up Annie. Now, I did purchase another wind-up Annie and Clarabelle. They just haven't come in the mail. And they are from Hides of 40. I've had this wind-up for at least 3 years. Yeah, I've had this for a long time. But I decided to paint it into Victoria. So, I think Victoria looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, Victoria's just a generic coach. But hey, I think Victoria's a pretty cute one. There's another coach like Victoria. I have to remember her name, though. I think her name is Elsie. yeah. But there's Victoria. And thanks for watching this Wind Up Thomas review. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little shorter than this one. And then the other one. Sorry if I got mixed up. And before I go, I'm actually going to give you a spoiler to the next Wind Up Thomas review. If we go into my bathroom where I paint. Here's what Heights 40 gave me so far. And here's what I purchased. So, I've got this glittery Rosie here that I'm painting in her pink livery. Now, to be honest, this is my opinion. Maybe you guys might like it, but I'm not usually a big fan of the glittery series. I mean, those don't usually get a lot of attention. I mean, some of you may think it does, but to me, they're just basic. So I decided to paint them in their original liveries. And this is a custom Liz from Liz Productions 5784. And I actually got a second Percy. He's right here. His white running board needs to be dry. And here's one of the glittery Thomases. Now, this I'm going to keep in his glittery form. I'm not going to paint over this glitter because I think this Thomas looks pretty good. And he's got the CGI face, which I like. I do have another glittery Thomas here, but I'm painting him into the CGI Thomas. If I find a pink Rosie and a CGI Thomas from Heights of 40, then I will eventually turn these two into different custom engines. Their motors are right here. It's differently designed. Oh yeah, this is a 3D printed Sonic the Hedgehog, if you guessed. But anyways, there's the chassis. Here's the old one. And here's the Japanese version. I think it's a pretty good comparison of the chassis. And Heights of 40 gave me these free glittery narrow gauge coaches. The blue on his face is right here. But I'm thinking of turning them into their original liveries as basic generic coaches. But anyways, thanks for watching this wind-up video. That's all the time we have for today. But as always, this is TimmyT2009. This is TimmyT2009 signing off. Goodbye.